Artists, storytellers, beatmakers, these are the latest news, deals, and free plugins from the music production world. I've got 2 new free plugins in this episode, so watch until the end. Alright, we're starting this episode with a freebie. E-Instruments, the company behind lots of popular contact instruments and some other plugins you may know, are giving away a free instrument. It's called Desolate Guitars Fragment, and it's taken from their full Desolate Guitars instrument. They describe Desolate Guitars as giving you moody landscapes and indie vibes. It's exactly what it sounds like, and it's so playable. It's so easy to make this sound good. With this freebie, you get one of the presets from the full version and the ability to shape the sound with a few controls like amps and spring reverb. It's a good taste of what the full version gives you. If you like what you hear, I highly recommend the full paid version, and I have a coupon code if you do want to get it. It's limited time, but you get the full version 50% off. Use the code SanjayC50 to get it. Link to the freebie and the full version are below. Okay, this is hilarious. Slate, yeah, the guy behind Slate plugins and Slate gear, recently posted a reaction video, and it is awesome. But why? Well, Waves recently launched In Trigger, a new drum replacement plugin that on paper looks a lot like Slate's Trigger 2, which has been the go-to in studios for some time now.
Wow, that is accurate.
You're right, it is.
So Steven Slate noticed, and let's just say he didn't keep it to himself. He posted a hilarious Instagram reel basically saying, "Hey, that looks familiar," complete with some playful sarcasm that he pulled off so well. Now, just to be clear, In Trigger by Waves does have some interesting features like AI hit detection and a live zero latency mode, while Trigger 2 is famous for its deep realism and the huge Slate sample library. But the similarities are close enough that Slate decided to poke the bear. So what do you think? Is this just healthy competition that gives us more choice, or did Waves step a little too close to the original idea? I mean, the name is nearly identical. Comment below on your thoughts. I'll link to Slate's funny IG video below as well. Native Instruments has a new session guitarist, and this one's for jazz and soul, but I think it might work for other stuff too. It's called Electric Ruby Deluxe and brings that warm, hollow body guitar sound. Think smooth chords, clean single notes, and that mellow vibe. It's basically 2 instruments in one. You get a pattern player with lots of strumming and picking phrases, plus a melody mode so you can play your own lines with the same realistic tone, kind of like they've been doing a lot lately with their guitar series. As usual, Native Instruments has included amp and effects options too, so you can go from smoky jazz club to crunchy blues. If you've used their other session guitarist libraries, you'll find this very familiar, but this one has much more of a vintage feel to it. And fun fact, session guitarist turns 10 this year, so they're clearly celebrating by making this lineup even stronger. If you want a guitar that instantly adds some smoothness and class to your tracks, this one's worth checking out. So if you've always wanted a Mellotron, but you didn't want to sell your organs, there's an option for you. The Mellotron Micro module is the more affordable and smaller option. It's actually the smallest version of their digital Mellotron lineup, but it still includes 100 classic sounds taken straight from the original Mellotron and Chamberlain tape libraries. That's the same standard library you get with the bigger models of the new Mellotrons, just without the option for expansion cards. And the lack of expansion might be a deal breaker for some. I really think they should have added that. Anyway, with the micro module, you can run 2 layers at once or solo them, and it's got controls for tone, volume, mix, and even a high-low switch to drop your sounds 1 or 2 octaves lower. It's nice for those slow, haunting tape vibes. Price-wise, it's coming in at about $500, so while it's not cheap, it's definitely the easiest way to get authentic Mellotron sounds without hunting down the vintage one the size of a washing machine. Of course, there are always plug-in versions too. Have you ever seen one of these? This is a stylophone, and this is the latest one, the X2. This is an update from the Gen 1 with a real synth engine inside, filter, envelope, LFO, sub-octave, PWM, and an analog delay. This new version adds some new tricks. There's now an octave switch, a 3-mode touch slider that isn't just for sliding between notes. You can also use this to control filter cutoff or LFO intensity, which makes this thing a lot more expressive. But the biggest upgrade is on the back. Full CV and gate connectivity, so you can plug in a key step or even add it to your modular setup. It still has the built-in speaker that you heard as I was playing and a quirky playing feel, but it's now a lot more flexible for studio setups. You can get this now for $99. Native Instruments is rolling out the 2.0 update for the Kontrol Mark III keyboards. And this one's a big deal, not just for workflow, but for accessibility too. First, DAW control just got a lot more powerful. You can now control any plugin, not just NKS ones. So your third-party VSTs and insert effects show up on the keyboard's display with names and parameters you can tweak directly. You can scroll through plugin chains, find adjust track volumes with Shift for precision, and even have your Mark III's colors and VU meters match your DAW track colors. The other big news is full accessibility mode for visually impaired users. It gives you voice feedback for all buttons and knobs, a training mode so you can explore without triggering anything, and it even works with hardware synths if you load a MIDI template. If you need to update your keyboard, log into Native Access, and you've got the update. Nightfox Audio just dropped their first ever MIDI plugin, and it's called Rendition. It's a MIDI plugin, so it needs to trigger another plugin or another sound. So you drop it on any track and it kind of becomes your MIDI coordinator. It lets you split your keyboard in zones, each doing something different. So one section could be for playing big scale matched chords, another could be arpeggiating, and another one could be triggering modifiers like chord spreads or something like that. And maybe you leave a few keys totally normal so you can just play without any processing. Now what's really cool is you can combine chord and ARP modes, tweak voicings and octave spreads, even go into some unusual scales if you want to be adventurous. It's simple to set up once you get the hang of it. It comes with more than 28 scales, 21 ARP patterns, velocity, humanization, and full tempo sync with your DAW. Basically, this lets you turn simple playing into these rich, layered performances without a ton of MIDI programming. Normally it's $99, but you can get it on sale right now for $49, so pretty low risk way to add some inspiration to your sessions. All right, I've got some deals. Roland plugins are currently on sale, and get this, you can get the 808 drum machine direct from Roland for 67% off. And they've got other classic Roland gear in plugin form. I recommend the JD800 or the JX3P, great synths, and they've got a ton of more deals as well. Next up, Sonic's plugins are on sale, and you can get things really cheap, like Claro for $13, Vox Double for $9, really big discounts, and if you buy anything from Plugin Boutique this month, you'll get the Gain Stage Pro plugin for free. So if you're buying any Roland or Sonic stuff, get them from Plugin Boutique. Links to everything from this video are below. I've got another freebie, but before we get to that, are you thinking about putting your music out there? Well, DistroKid is a simple and fast way to get your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, pretty much everywhere. And DistroKid collects earnings for you when anyone plays or purchases your music. It's simple to use and includes tools to help you build your audience. I've created 2 videos on DistroKid that will probably answer any questions you have. You can watch them here, and if you're ready to sign up, use the link below to get 7% off your first year of membership. All right, I promised another freebie, and here it is. For a limited time, Eventide is giving away one of their plugins totally free. It's called Crush Station, and it's a $99 plugin that adds warmth, distortion, and overdrive to your music. It's great for fixing a weak snare, or adding some grit to vocals, or making your lead jump out in a mix. You can get it for free using the code Pirate 100. Love that code. This one won't last long. They haven't posted a deadline, so get it before it's gone. That's it for the news. By the way, I hope you didn't miss Dorothy and I on Noir et Blanc V's After Hours live stream. You can watch that video right here. And if you're looking for a bigger headphone sound, don't miss the video here. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you later.